community keeps us open. So they support us, so we want to support them.
Right now at 11, the family business that's making sure neighbors in the Gorge displaced by wildfire have somewhere to go in their time of need. Plus, inside the black market pipeline for stolen smartphones, why they seem to flow through a Miami church and what its pastor had to say. But first,
there's a baby in the car. And is it hard to wait for 3 minutes?
what new video reveals about the moment a local dad was taken away by ICE agents outside a local daycare. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko. That video shedding some light and also raising questions about the arrest of a 38-year-old father originally from Iran. Alma McCarty's here with a look at the chain of events that unfolded just last week in Beaverton. Alma?
Yeah, David, the minute and 35-second video from inside of the car provided to us on behalf of the family in an edited form does not include the full interaction the morning of July 15th, but it does give viewers a sense of what happened to Mahdi Khanbabazadeh.
I'm getting out! I'm getting out!
Well, you should have done it already.
I told you 3 times. Unbuckle your seatbelt, step out of the car.
Before ICE agents smashed his car window and took the 38-year-old father into custody.
I'm a doctor! I'm a doctor! I'm an Iranian!
Mahdi Khanbabazadeh was pulled over while on his way to Guidepost Montessori.
Hello, sir.
How you doing today?
Good, thank you so much.
You mind if I grab your ID from you? Go ahead and roll your window all the way down.
His child in the back
Roll
seat.
your window all the way down.
Well, I have a baby in the car.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Don't have to do anything with the baby. Just roll your window all the way down. Just go ahead and roll your window down. You're in the window. Roll it down. Roll your window all the way down for me, please.
Yeah.
Do you have your ID on you? Police.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, can I see your ID?
Yeah, that's funny.
Khanbabazadeh tells the agents he's heading to daycare.
Where's daycare?
Just to Beaverton.
How far?
5 minutes.
Before the video cuts to him in the parking lot.
So, there's a baby in the car. And is it hard to wait for 3 minutes?
He then calmly reassures his child.
Mommy's coming now. Okay?
Another portion of the video is edited out just before this moment.
Hell, hold on.
ICE said last week that Khanbabazadeh was resisting arrest and refusing to exit his vehicle before an ICE officer broke a window. Brendan Hendricks is another parent at the school.
Staff convinced ICE to move the perpetrator, the father of a child, to move the car out of the parking lot into the street so that at least the kids wouldn't be observing this action.
They came into you are not okay. This is not okay. And
there's no reason a preschool needed to be used as a backdrop for the operation.
According to an ICE spokesperson, Khanbabazadeh entered the U.S. legally but overstayed the terms of his visa, a claim his wife told KGW was not true. Now, a fellow daycare parent and attorney told the Oregonian Tuesday that Khanbabazadeh came to the United States on a valid student visa, graduated in 2021, married his wife, a U.S. citizen, later that year, and then filed paperwork for his green card. He's currently at the ICE facility in Tacoma and will remain there, ICE says, pending removal proceedings. David.
And that video, now the reality. Alma, appreciate the update on this case. Okay, happening tomorrow, Brian Kohberger is sent to be sentenced in a Boise courtroom after pleading guilty to killing 4 University of Idaho students. Their families will finally have a chance to address him, and he will also be able to make a statement, with some wondering if he'll explain why he carried out the murders of Kaylee Gonzalez, Xana Kernodle, Madison Mogen, and Ethan Chapin. The death penalty is off the table, with the judge expected to sentence Kohberger to life in prison without the possibility of parole. KGW will have live coverage beginning at 8 in the morning as long as the hearing goes. You can watch on our free TV streaming app. It is KGW+. In an update, a Multnomah County judge has decided the man accused of setting this East Portland apartment building on fire, every time I see this video, wow, will not be released on bail. The fire destroyed 6 apartments and sent residents jumping through their windows and off their balconies in order to escape. Sean Schwartz is now facing additional charges, including bias crimes, after 3 neighbors, members of the same family, allege he targeted them with racial slurs. On July the 11th, investigators say Schwartz doused his carpet with gasoline and lit his ground floor unit on fire. We heard from a neighbor who believes the fire was meant to target his family.
We just had a past with him of racial tension with him and just intimidation. And so, in my personal opinion, yeah, he was targeting us. I mean, I don't see how you couldn't come to that conclusion, seeing as we were his upstairs neighbors, and he lit the fire right under us.
Well, that family has now started a GoFundMe to try to recover some of their losses. Okay, to a bit of good news in the Gorge, where firefighters are starting to get containment a little bit on the Burdoin fire that's burning on the Washington side of the Columbia between Bingen and Lisle. The 11,000-acre fire is now 5% contained, though officials are warning evacuations will likely be in place for up to another week. And fall crews say they've made good progress stopping the spread toward communities. Other fire lines are still uncontrolled. At last count, this blaze has destroyed at least 14 structures and homes, including one belonging to Katie and David Curran, who watched from across the river with their 6-month-old as the flames crept closer.
We watched the flames reach the back of the house, and once they started taking the pine trees in the backyard, she couldn't really stand to watch it.
And we just thank God every day that we had that 2 years of living there and making our own little memories.
Cannot even imagine. In Bingen, Murphy's family watering hole has now been turned into a makeshift donation center. Owner Diane Murphy there gathering toiletries and clothes for evacuees, as well as providing free meals to fire crews. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Matt Zafino now, closely watching conditions. Matt, good to see people helping other neighbors. What are you seeing as far as the weather goes?
Yeah, not surprising about that. This was interesting, though. We had thunderstorms roll down a little bit east of the Burdoin fire. This is from our camera in the Dalles. And look at this big storm moving south from the Mount Adams area right down towards the Dalles. It really was an impressive showing. Picked up about 1/4 inch of rain in spots from these storms. So right now, storms have all basically ended all around the state of Oregon. Now, it's all about the wind when it comes to fighting fire and fire weather. Winds are backing off now. They will stay low into the morning hours, under 10 miles an hour, but they ramp up about 20, 25 miles an hour from Hood River out to the Dalles tomorrow. Same thing around the Cram fire, too. You can see the yellow area indicating the winds about 30 miles an hour in the gust. So again, in the afternoon, it's going to be picking up, but it's also going to be getting windier as we go into the end of the week. Overnight tonight, clear. We get good humidity recovery, meaning the humidity goes up overnight, and light winds. That's key, of course. Tomorrow, dry, warmer in the afternoon, low humidity. The winds coming up to about 20, maybe 25. But at the end of the week, that's when the winds pick up even more. Some gusts of about 30 miles an hour. So time, of course, of the essence, as it usually is when fighting wildfire, David.
Yeah, here's to hoping they can make some good progress. Thanks, Matt.
You bet.
To a KGW investigation into a mysterious shooting spree, with this surveillance video showing a suspect jumping out of a vehicle and taking aim at a traffic camera. It turns out authorities say he vandalized more than a dozen of them. Now, newly released evidence suggests that alleged shooter believes he was a, quote, martyr fighting against the government. Investigative reporter Kyla Boshi has our exclusive update.
Police were stumped. Starting in May of last year, someone had been shooting out traffic cameras around the city.
Developing in Portland, police are looking for a person who shot and damaged city property.
So who was it? Maybe a disgruntled driver, angry neighbor, or something more radical.
The driver pulled over on the side of the road right here, got out of the car, and fired 3 shots.
Weeks later, officers arrested 28-year-old Chase Grijalva. The former U.S. Army soldier and mechanic had no serious criminal record, just a few speeding tickets. At the time, police offered few clues into what might have motivated the citywide shooting spree. But newly released photos, court documents, and police statements help shed new light on the case. The evidence provided during a recent detention hearing suggests the alleged gunman saw himself as a martyr.
He felt like these cameras throughout the city were essentially the government's way to rob the poor and give the money back to the government.
Police found a handgun with mounted flashlight and more than 100 rounds of ammo in Grijalva's car following his arrest. They also discovered survival gear, including maps, rope, gloves, canned food, a compass, and bolt cutters. He had military camouflage netting, along with a go bag with tourniquet and trauma supplies. According to a search warrant, investigators found a notebook in Grijalva's Northeast Portland apartment filled with handwritten notes, including one that read, For many weeks, I would go upon the city of towers to destroy the eyes of extortion throughout, sword in hand. A witness reported the initial shooting at 3:30 in the morning on May 27, 2024. The cameras at Northeast MLK and Lloyd were first to be hit. That same morning, another shooting, roughly 6 miles away at Southeast 103rd and Washington. Surveillance video showed a dark-colored sedan pull over, hazard lights blinking. The driver stepped out holding a handgun with a mounted flashlight, then fired 3 rounds at the traffic cameras before disappearing down a mostly empty street. For the next 2 weeks, the shootings continued, targeting red light and speed cameras throughout Portland. Photos document the damage. In total, 17 cameras were hit in 12 separate incidents. On June 10th, police caught Grijalva. Officers spotted the suspect's dark-colored Subaru after reports of shootings in Southeast Portland. During an interview with investigators following his arrest, Grijalva asked officers if they knew what a martyr was.
So we talked about that briefly, and then he made the comment, quote, "I bear that mark," unquote. And I took that to mean I bear the mark of being a martyr.
Grijalva pleaded not guilty to 41 counts, including gun charges. A judge ordered he remain behind bars while awaiting trial for this mysterious shooting spree, where traffic cameras became targets.
We reached out to Grijalva's defense attorney for comment. He did not respond. Kyle Aboshi, KGW News.